Samsung apparently still doesn't think there are enough foldable phones on the market, because if the latest leaks are accurate, we're getting yet another Galaxy Fold this year, and this one could completely change how Samsung's book-style foldables feel in the hand dot in this video. We're breaking down everything you need to know about the rumored Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, the design changes, the launch date, the specs we're expecting, how it compares to the regular Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Galaxy Z Trifold, and why this phone might be Samsung's secret weapon against Apple's first foldable iPhone. Let's get into it. So, what exactly is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide? According to multiple leaks from Korean outlet ET News, Firmware Discoveries, and well-known tipsters, Samsung is working on a special wide version of the Galaxy Z Fold 8 that's scheduled to launch this summer. It's still a book-style foldable, but with a very different shape and aspect ratio compared to the tall, narrow design we've been used to since the original Galaxy Fold. This Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide is expected to debut alongside the standard Galaxy Z Fold 8 and Galaxy Z Flip 8 at Samsung's traditional summer Galaxy Unpacked event, usually held in July or August. Tipster Ice Universe has also pointed to a July timeframe, which lines up with Samsung's recent launch patterns. In other words, instead of just two foldables, the Fold and the Flip, Samsung could have a 3-model foldable lineup. At Unpacked, Galaxy Z Fold 8, Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, and Galaxy Z Flip 8. On top of that, there's already the Galaxy Z Trifold in the ultra-premium tier. Samsung doesn't just want to lead the foldable market anymore. It wants to own every possible foldable form factor. Now, why is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide such a big deal? Because this is shaping up to be the biggest design shift in Samsung's book-style foldable series since the very first Galaxy Fold. For years, one of the biggest complaints about the Galaxy Z Fold lineup has been the awkward aspect ratio. A very tall, narrow cover display and a squarish inner display that never quite felt like a proper phone or a proper tablet. Great idea, slightly strange execution. The Z Fold 8 Wide tries to fix that. Leaked animations found inside early One UI 9 test builds, Samsung's upcoming software based on Android 17 show a device with a noticeably wider footprint. Internally codenamed H8 with model number SM-F971U for at least the US variant. This wide fold rethinks both screens. According to these leaks, the outer display moves to something close to a 16:10 aspect ratio. That means the cover screen should feel much more like a normal smartphone and much less like a remote control. Typing, scrolling social media, and using apps on the outside display should finally feel natural without constantly needing to open the phone. The inner display, when unfolded, shifts toward a wider tablet-style ratio, roughly 9:7 or even a 4:3 experience depending on the report. That's a huge improvement for watching videos, multitasking with 2 or 3 apps side by side, and productivity tasks like email, documents, and note-taking. This is a sharp contrast to the rumored Galaxy Z Fold 7 Fold 8 inner display ratio of around 1.11:1, which many users found slightly too tall for video and awkward for split screen. With the Z Fold 8 Wide, Samsung appears to be directly addressing years of feedback about the Fold feeling too skinny on the outside and not quite tablet enough on the inside. So where did all this information come from? A big part of the puzzle comes from firmware leaks. Developers digging through early One UI 9 builds have discovered dedicated flags and animations for a wider book-style foldable references to a new foldable model with the codename H8 US model. Numbers starting with SM-F971U, separate from the standard foldies. Software assets include hinge animations and screen transitions that don't match the proportions of the existing Galaxy Z Fold devices. That strongly suggests Samsung isn't just experimenting in a lab, it's actively preparing software for a completely new hardware shape. Combine that with multiple industry reports and leaks from ET News, and the Galaxy Z Fold 8Y is Looking less like a rumor and more like an upcoming product Samsung just hasn't officially named yet. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Apple. Industry insiders believe the wide fold is a direct, preemptive strike against Apple's long-rumored foldable iPhone. Apple is widely expected to enter the foldable market around late 2026, with many leaks suggesting a wider tablet-friendly 4:3 display similar to an iPad mini when unfolded. That's very close to what Samsung is rumored to be doing with the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide. Think about the timing. Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, expected launch summer, July-August, at Galaxy Unpacked, alongside Z Fold 8 and Z Flip 8 Apples. First foldable iPhone unconfirmed, but heavily rumored. Expected reveal, September, at Apple's usual iPhone event. Also rumored to feature a wider, tablet-like aspect ratio. If Samsung pushes the Z Fold 8 Wide out in the summer, it gets to market first with a wider foldable phone that feels more like a tablet inside. That means reviewers, tech channels, and early adopters will have months of hands-on time with Samsung's design before Apple even shows its cards. It's a classic Samsung move. Don't wait for Apple to define the category. Get there first and claim the narrative. So where does the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide sit in Samsung's foldable lineup? By the end of 2026, Samsung's foldable family could look like this. Galaxy Z Flip 8, the compact clamshell foldable for style, portability, and one-handed use. Galaxy Z Fold 8, standard, the classic tall book-style foldable, optimized for one-handed cover usage and big inner screen. Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide, the wider book-style foldable, focused on media, multitasking, and a more tablet-like experience. Galaxy Z Trifold, the ultra-premium, triple folding device with a massive 10-inch inner display, already confirmed for the US with a price around $2,899. According to production estimates, Samsung is planning roughly 3.5 million units for the overall Galaxy Z Fold 8 family, with about 1 million units allocated to the wide version. That suggests this isn't just a tiny experimental run, it's a serious, though targeted, push. Samsung seems to be betting on a dual fold strategy. Keep the classic tall fold for users who prioritize one-handed use and a more phone-like feel. Add the wide fold for users who want a deeper tablet experience, better video playback, and serious multitasking. And for those who want to go all out, the Trifold sits at the top as the no-compromise productivity and entertainment machine. Let's talk expected hardware and specs for the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Wide. While we don't have full confirmed specs yet, leaks and analyst reports suggest the Z Fold 8 series, including the wide model, will build on Samsung's recent improvements in durability, performance, and camera quality. Here's what's being talked about. Durability and hinge. Samsung is expected to refine the hinge mechanism, again aiming for smoother folding and unfolding, less visible crease on the inner display, better long-term reliability, and dust-resistance display technology. The wide fold is rumored to use a wider cover screen that finally feels like a normal smartphone and inner display tuned for 16:10, 9:7, 4:3, style content, high refresh rate, 120 Hz, and improved brightness for outdoor use, battery and efficiencies. Some configurations in the Z Fold 8 family are expected to push close to 5,000 mAh battery capacity. Combined with more efficient chipsets, likely the next generation Snapdragon in most markets, and potentially Exynos variants in select regions, the wide fold could offer better endurance than past folds, even with a bigger screen to drive.